Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Retro Rental Review. And today we are going back to June 2nd, 1989 to take a look at wrestling's best movie ever. No Holds Barred. Starring Hulk Hogan, Kurt Fuller, Joan Severance, and Tiny Lister. Directed by Thomas J. Wright. Music by Jim Johnston. Our own WWE guy is doing our music for us. I'll tell you, the music in this wasn't half bad. It was good movie. It was a good 80s retro movie.
It was
the smooth jazz that comes on when he's getting his second win to fight Zeus. Really,
it was jazz? Like this. It was this nice porn-esque music. Yeah, it got us excited for Hogan.
The porn music in the limo. Yes. What was he really doing in that limo?
Because he was about to rip him.
Wait a minute. You mean the limo that he kicked across the road from one side to the other?
Right. Ryan, just wait. We just get started.
Horses. We will get to there.
We are going to get to that. With a budget of $8 million, it box office grossed $16 million. Thrash, this movie made money.
It made money? This movie made money?
I don't know how it did it.
Hey, Vince McMahon made his money back. Off of it. That's all that matters.
He made twice the money back. He did really good. And he got a lot of people interested in Hogan, which I fell for it. I don't know. I was a big fan of like Zeus and like their actual feud that came out of making this movie.
That feud was really good.
Really?
It was awesome.
I went to the drive-in to see this movie when I was younger.
Was it free?
You drove to the drive-in, didn't you? You drove to the drive-in.
I drove. Yeah, my mom took me.
Okay,
your mom took you to see No Holds Barred.
Wait, when you were 25.
Because she wanted to see. She wanted to watch Roadhouse afterwards.
So, okay, Roadhouse. As long as there was a good movie associated with this horrible pile of walking.
Well, back then, I was a kid. I liked Hogan. So watching this movie was worth it. To me, back then, the movie wasn't that bad compared to now.
It's not. No,
wait, I tell you, I love it. We were actually shocked. We were actually shocked because we both enjoyed it when we watched it. Because we watched it together. We were like, what the hell is this?
Yeah. All right, let's travel back in time. Let's check out No Holds Barred.
Mean Gene, how dare you criticize how I dress? I dress for the occasion.
We open with a credit roll, and in the background, we hear Mean Gene Okerlund and Jesse the Body Ventura doing commentary. But we do finally get an image as we see the hero of our film burst open the doors. And out comes the star of the show, Hulk Hogan, a.k.a. Rip.
Fucking Rip.
Fucking Rip. So Hogan goes into the audience, this nice slow motion hero-esque entrance, and he has with him Randy, who's his brother.
Right.
Rip looks at the audience and gives him one of these.
It's like this. It's like this retarded, like shocker looking thing.
Yeah, he had a shocker. He had like a hang loose, but he had spina bifida.
He couldn't figure out if he was supposed to do this. He's like, okay, am I making?
Maybe he broke his, pinky a little,
That's what it was. Like he jammed his finger right before the shooting, and they're like, "Fuck it, that's just the sign from now on."
He stuck it in Zeus's butt.
It's like when like sometimes when you go to like wave at somebody or like give them like a hey, like one of these, and you like forget how to do it, and you just like. That's like what the Hogan Rip shocker is.
I wave to people like this.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We were talking about it because for the longest time we hadn't seen this movie in a long time. When we finally watched it, we said we were thinking it was the shocker. We were like, we thought it was this. I was like, oh yeah, we remember that. You know what I mean? But no, it's not that. It's it's this. Whatever this is, We're just getting started. This is the opening of the movie.
Spina bifida in his hand.
Spina bifida.
And what's great is that everyone's like, rip them, rip them, rip them. Yep. And I was like, rip them? Like farts?
Yeah, rip them.
Yeah, I could see that.
Rip them. You got
it. Somebody did rip them in this movie. We're going to get to that too.
Oh, I was ripping them because we had burritos before we watched it, so I was ripping.
That's the only scene I remember before watching it again. Rip is having a championship match with James Fuller, Rip sees Randy give him the Rip symbol, which wakes him out of some sort of a sleeper hold. So again, this is like Paul Bearer with the urn. So the executives are very interested in Hogan. They're all watching this on TV. Brel, who is the antagonist of the film, is very angry and he wants Rip on his network. And for some reason, his favorite phrase to call people he doesn't like is jock ass.
Jock ass.
We then cut to Rip walking into the building to have a meeting with Mr. Brel.
Okay.
Brel says he's willing to pay. The way he looked at Rip with this was just like, who would work with this man under these circumstances?
I want you on my network, and I'm willing to pay.
It's just like, I'm willing to pay.
I'm willing to pay.
It's a prostitution scheme, dude. Come on.
You seem reasonable.
But you know what was great is before that in the board meeting, remember all those people were like pitching ideas to Mr. Burrell, and that one lady says an idea. He goes, "Mrs. Tidings, take a leak."
Take a leak.
What?
Ms. Tidings, take a leak.
Rip goes to leave. Brel starts yelling at him, again calling him a jock ass. Rip shoves the check in Brel's mouth before he leaves. And right before he leaves, he hits him with the
Rip'em gang sign.
Oh shit. The movie was, you know what? It was great when I was 5, but not now.
Yes.
Just not now. That's great.
It was great
But
when
don't worry,
it was
Brel.
on VHS.
Oh yeah. But don't worry, Brel has another plan. Rip leaves in the limo, and the limo tries to kidnap him. He's a really hot commodity, apparently. The limo is reinforced with a lot of steel, and the windows are practically unbreakable. But Rip, being such a strong man, is able to kick dents in the doors.
Oh wow!
Rip kicks the
softcore
car.
porn music plays.
Oh, the music!
The
My
softcore
God,
porn
Yes,
music.
yeah.
this hot romantic 80s style Bush music. I can see the pubes from here. Out in the fur. Just
Ma'am, I'm gonna need you to trim it back a little bit.
Excuse
as
me,
somebody
miss.
kicks the door to see all these pubes that fly everywhere. The limo parks in an abandoned warehouse. And Rip flies through the top of the limo.
Rip rips a mighty fart and flies right out of the top
He
of the
ripped
limo
the-
going.
He jumps, dude, like he leaped out
Bro,
of the
he
thing.
doesn't
Like,
it was
jump.
great.
He jetpacks out. The
It
power of
looked
his
like Rey
fart.
Mysterio's entrance.
Rey
Yeah.
Mysterio's entrance. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh shit!
In fact,
He lands
he
on
said,
top.
Hogan became
"Who's
Rey
that jumping
Mysterio."
out the sky?"
Oh
goodness.
shit! So Rip just beats the shit out of all of these evil executives in this abandoned warehouse after he crashes through the limousine roof. Follow me, guys.
Gotcha.
Rip
I'm with you.
then pulls out the driver to finish him off, but notices something as funky is in the air. So he looks at him and says,
What's that smell?
And
After we
the
saw
look
that
on the look on Hogan's face, like, you know,
Yeah.
you know.
You couldn't have
Well,
wrote a
then-
better script.
"Oh, it's fantastic! This is a wrestling movie for sure. This is an '80s wrestling movie for sure."
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
The next day, Rip meets Samantha, who talks about his brand improvement. I guess for Samantha's his new representative, and they're all talking about his brand. This is what happens in wrestling. They all have their own brand ambassadors.
Hey.
Samantha
Wait
works
a
for
minute.
Rip.
And Sam is also she got her start in Playboy.
She looked okay, I guess, for an 80s chick, but like nowadays, just like, I don't know. She had those weird, I don't know. She's funky looking, right? Am I alone?
I
in that?
thought
No,
so. I
listen.
thought so. I thought she was funky woman. Like
I
funky
bet
looking.
she had that big bush that you were talking about.
Huge bush,
Huge.
huge bush.
Huge.
And that's what they,
Huge.
you know what? That's what you needed in the 80s. You needed a mountainous, terrain.
Right. You didn't.
You
do
needed
what
something
they
that a
do now.
Yeti would live in. That's what you needed to get Playboy in the 80s. We then cut to this dive bar.
Oh boy!
This is the most ghetto bar in town. There's wrestling going on. There's people getting tattooed. There's a midget drinking beer in a cage.
In a cage.
Like, why not? Brell and the executives come into the bar to kind of just check out the scene for some reason. I guess they're on their lunch break, and this is what they do. Brell offers, it's what it is, their new venue. Brell offers $100 to a random guy in the audience to go and fight the guy in the ring. And then Brell gets the idea that this is something they could really use on the network.
Whoever wrote this, it's like, okay, whoever wrote this, we want to talk to you. Reach out to us. Tell us how much blow you were doing when you wrote the script.
Mark and I talked about this.
Not do that.
Wait a minute. Mark and I talked about this. It was written by someone. It was handed to Vince and Hogan together, I guess. And this is when Vince is trying to make Hogan a star in other avenues. And they got the script and rewrote this thing in 72 hours in a Florida hotel. And I'm still trying to figure out what the original script.
Hogan came up with the ending, the match itself, while he was sitting on a toilet, supposedly.
So the beginning, the middle, and the end, all while taking a dump. It's Dookie.
It's Dookie. This movie is legit Dookie. It really is.
A steaming, heaping pile of it.
So then we cut to Brell holding a press conference announcing his new program called Battle of the Tough Guys. The winner will get $100,000 tax-free. Brell is so powerful, he's going to overthrow the government and make sure that the check goes to the winner is not going to get taxed.
Not going to get taxed.
We then cut back to the bar, and this is where the filming of the Battle of the Tough Guys is being done.
Yes.
We have a montage, this 80s montage of wrestling matches until the door breaks down, and then we get this. We get Tiny. Oh, man. It's great the way he enters.
In his denim glory.
Excuse me.
Rip, his trainer, and Randy are all watching on TV at home. Rip's trainer announces that he used to be this guy's trainer and he got locked up because he killed some guy after the bell.
And I never trained him again.
So yeah, I guess he just got out of prison. He just got out of prison. So that's good. Brell announced that this guy is the winner. He asked him what his name is. This guy rips the microphone out of Brell's hand and says, and then he looks at four people at once.
Listen, I couldn't figure out am I supposed to follow the eyebrow or the fucking eye, bro? Like,
no, it's
what am
weird,
I supposed to do here? It's like you fucked with me the whole time. I mean,
it's great. This guy's great. Tiny Lister is probably he always plays like some kind of ass, obviously because he looks like one, you know. But he's always like a big bully.
He plays like that bully, yeah.
Yeah, and he's great, you know. But this movie is just like it's right up his alley. Just how corny it was.
Kurt Fuller, he always plays bad guys too.
He always does. He always plays a bad guy or a kiss ass.
Yeah. He's really good at it too.
Ghostbusters. He was in Ghostbusters.
Yes.
Too. Yeah. He's the mayor's kiss ass.
Yeah, that's right. He was the guy who wanted to shut them down. That's right.
Yep.
That's right.
So we cut to the next day, another board meeting. Apparently, WTN, which is Brell's network, was #1 in their time slot. Zeus is all over the newspaper, and everybody's so emphatic about this Battle of the Tough Guys thing. So they decided to on-go the battle. So we cut to next week. Battles of the Tough Guy, week 2. It's Zeus versus Lug Wrench in a broiler room where there's fire in the background. Zeus is wearing a very sexual chain mesh top. Brell is watching from his office and said he will lead Zeus. We then cut back to Zeus, who is winning and screaming. So for some reason, Zeus, when he wins, he screams a lot. So we then cut to Samantha meeting Randy, who is Rip's brother. Rip invites Samantha to a cafe. So they go to this old rundown, I guess, 50s diner type thing. And the waitress is like one of those sassy black nurses, you know what I mean? Like, hey, sugar.
Turn me loose. And you couldn't run fast enough. You ought to latch onto this one right now, honey.
Mm-hmm. That's right. You want some sweet potato pie? Fucking racist ass movie, dude. But it was okay in the 80s to be racist.
It was okay to be racist in the 80s.
Wait, who's I? All right, listen. I told you
It's
about
Vince.
the rewrite. Is that Vince or is that Hogan?
That could be.
I mean,
both.
let's be honest.
Like,
No,
like
well,
I could
Hogan
imagine
probably
they're
said
both
some stuff
running
about her in the back.
And then she says, "That's good motherfucking shit."
So as Samantha and Rip are having this great dinner presented by Aunt Jemima, some robbers come into the cafe with a bunch of, I guess, threatening the cafe, but Rip is able to fend them off with Rip is able to fend them off with a bunch of pies. He's throwing pies, and as soon as other robbers have had their fill, he just gives them one of them. Looks right at Samantha seductively.
Oh my god!
Oh shit!
I'm so glad our show got taken over. This is much better.
Oh, it gets so much better than this.
You know what's funny is every time fucking Rip does something, he beats someone up or he does something heroic, he always gives the Rip sign. What else does he do the Rip sign for? Like after he does laundry, after he goes to the DMV, after he pays some bills, after he gets his car washed. Like, could you see him? Like, I just got my car washed. Ripple! Dude, he could be a Mentos commercial. The Ripple Mentos commercial?
That'd be hilarious.
Oh, bro.
Fresh goes better with Mentos freshness. Fresh goes better with Mentos fresh and volatile.
Mentos, the fresh maker.
So we cut to a hotel room, and Rip and Samantha, I guess, apparently Samantha's team had booked the wrong bed for the room, and it's one single twin-size bed. This is the worst motel you could possibly stay in. Samantha, after fighting off Rip's advances all night, comes out of the bathroom dressed in next to nothing lingerie, and her bush is everywhere. It's just out of control.
This is out the sides at this point.
You have mountainers coming out of there.
The air conditioning's hitting it, and it goes like this and shit.
Ladies and gentlemen, this show brought to you by Bic and Chick. Get you one.
We then cut to a few moments later, and Samantha is waking up, and the bed is shaking. So she looks over the sheet, and we see Rip not doing what we think he's doing, but probably way worse. We see him in these tight pink skivvies.
Don't wait up for me.
Doing like these really fast push-ups.
He's got his feet on the bed.
He's got his feet on the bed.
He's declined. He's doing the declines.
It's really weird too, because like when it shows like a close up of his heels, and you don't know what the fuck that is. You know what I mean? Like those butt cheeks.
Yeah, at first. At first.
Where are we going with this?
Mark was super excited. He was like, "Oh my god,
are those Hogan's cheeks?"
No.
Hell yeah, Hogan's cheeks.
You know it's Hogan's cheeks because he's got the mustache on the back part. And when he farts, it goes,
shit.
"Brother."
Rip turns around, says something rapey again, and then hops into the bed. The bed breaks. Samantha rolls on top of Rip, and then she kind of accuses him of doing this on purpose. Rip gets mad and sleeps in the lobby. What does he say to Samantha when he storms out to the lobby?
Oh God, I think he says like the couch is more comfortable than this.
There's
conversation.
There's a couch in the lobby that has a better sense of humor than you do.
Yeah. Oh my God. And it was like, ooh.
Oh, it's the 80s.
And then as he says that, he goes like this.
Yeah. We're sleeping in the lobby, you bitch. Oh, by the way.
Giving her the Rip. See ya.
Oh shit.
You bitch.
You bitch. We then cut to the next day, and Brell is yelling at Samantha for not banging Rip. So we now get the sense that Samantha is actually working for Brell. Brell hired her to seduce this guy so he can become part of his network or something. There's no length to what this guy will do.
Yes.
Brell even smacks Samantha, and Samantha runs away. Samantha comes crying to Rip, and she has a black eye. This is Rip's perfect opportunity to pretend he cares about her and takes advantage of her as they start fooling around on the couch. until Rip sees Zeus on TV and his boner starts to decline.
Because it's because of the wonky eye.
Oh,
And he's like, oh,
Zeus decides this is an opportune time to challenge Rip on live TV. We then cut to Rip doing his charity work in the park, hanging out with a bunch of kids until a helicopter flies in. and Zeus walks out of the copter with Brel. Brel says, Zeus is waiting for your answer, to which Rip does not reply. So Brel announces Zeus is the winner by forfeit.
yes.
but
Sure.
he had no clue. Let's give the man an opportunity here. Hogan had no clue what the fuck was going on right now. Like
That's true. It's just like, listen, I just want to play hopscotch.
I'm 12 again. I mean,
We're about to do the 3-footed leg race. So
this is,
find me a hotel room I can do some push-ups in with my feet.
I
on the bed.
only have 6 hours left of community service after the steroid trial. Listen, I just want to get this over with.
there it is. There
Oh,
it
my
is.
goodness.
Okay, so now we cut to his steel mill. Zeus is beating up somebody, and Randy, for some reason, decides it's a good time to go watch Zeus in action live. Brel notices Randy and his friends are wearing Rip shirts, and he orders them to be taken to Zeus.
But that's only
Okay.
because his friend is a piece of crap, and he's like,
So Randy's friend is the worst friend in the world.
"Do you know who this is?
Oh,
This
yeah.
is Rip's brother."
Like,
And Brel's like, "Really?
he totally doxes Randy.
What an
So
asshole!"
they're fed to the wolves. But Randy is the fucking instigator here. So I don't understand why Zeus is the bad guy. If Randy literally he starts to try to beat the shit out of Zeus. What the fuck you
Yeah.
doing?
He punches
So
Zeus.
first of all, you came there. Secondly, you wore your Rip shirt. And third, you brought your fucking tattletale friend who tells everybody that you're Rip's brother. And then you go out and you sock the guy who's trying to kill your brother. What are you doing?
Yeah, and you sock him, and then the guy's like, "Yeah, and his social security number is this, and he lives at this address, and he likes this and his women." It's
He'll be here on
you're a
Sunday.
Piece of shit friend. Yeah, it goes to church
Oh,
on Sunday.
Listen,
It's terrible.
I get upset when people look at me and go, "That's the guy giving me the fentanyl."
Oh, lose the habit. What are you doing? We then cut to Rip entering Zeus's headquarters, which is basically just a ring in some garage somewhere. Rip is looking for Zeus, and Brel is on the TV talking a bunch of shit. So Rip just starts destroying all of Zeus's stuff, and Brel is all excited watching this live in the comfort of his office. Rip throws a barbell at the camera. For some reason, Brel is scared enough to duck out of the way, even though he's watching this on TV. Oh shit! So this 2 punches from Zeus was enough to put Randy in the hospital, and he has a neck brace, and now he's on life support. So we cut to Rip going up to Randy, trying to tell him to wake up, and Randy finally wakes up, and Hogan just starts bawling his eyes out, like he did when he lost to Warrior at Mania 6.
Oh,
Yeah,
ooh, wow.
This fake ass.
yeah.
Randy, please. Can't you see it, Randy? So anyway, this is enough to give Rip the motivation to go and actually accept Zeus's challenge. So we then cut to the night when all of it's going to go down. We cut to Brel in the ring, and he announces that Rip will fight Zeus. And then we get the training montage of Zeus training really hard, this 80s rockin' music. And then it will fade into this nice, soft porn music as Rip is helping his brother rehabilitate. This interruption of like hardcore death metal and fucking porn. Oh, shit. So we cut to the night of the fight, and Rip is in the dressing room waiting on Randy to come because that's his motivation. He can't go on without the urn. Samantha, for some reason, for the 6th time in this movie, gets kidnapped. This bitch is dumb. She has no business managing anybody. She can't even fucking keep from getting kidnapped. But she gets kidnapped. She gets kidnapped in the elevator and taken to Brel's office. Randy and his friend come into the dressing room and tell Rip that Samantha got kidnapped. This is the time that Brell calls Rip and says, you got 10 minutes, make it good, and then you're going down, you're staying down. So basically he's saying that you need to throw the fight or else Samantha is going to die.
Right. Yes.
We then get Rip entering the ring, and he gives the Rip 'em sign again to Randy, who is there just looking like Timmy from South Park. He got punched twice. So Rip also sees Brell in his office window staring just above the screen. I love how the studio is covered in all this tinsel. This really cheap ass tinsel.
Yes.
like they ran out of money after the Vespa. They're like, listen, we need to put some tinsel here.
It's like
We have to hide the fact that we can't hire any more
Get all
extras.
get all the tinsel. It's all 60% off. Christmas just happened. Go get that
They went to
shit.
the Hobby Lobby and boom, we had a movie. Zeus comes out wearing a microwave to the ring. Did you see fucking Zeus's outfit?
He comes out.
He came out in a whole spaceship. Zeus punches the ring announcer and then starts to fight Rip. Samantha sneaks out of the office and is able to run away, but the security is chasing her. Samantha meets thugs at the bottom floor elevator, but is saved by Rip's trainer and Randy's friend. We
Who
cut
also
back to
wants
the.
to rape her.
Yeah.
Well, it's like, oh, you thought it was over?
They got you now.
As he breaks out the razor. Oh shit. Okay. We cut back to the ring, and Rip is almost completely down, but sees Samantha and Randy kind of starting to twiddle his finger a little bit. I guess this is enough to kind of get Rip to, like, sure,
Got excited.
So Rip starts hulking up, I guess ripping up in this movie, and body slams Zeus. Rip finishes off Zeus with an axe bomber to the outside, but Zeus runs up topside to the audience, and Rip follows, but Zeus knocks him down all the way to the bottom.
Yes.
Zeus comes back, and Brell is pissed and starts ripping cables out of his office TVs.
Starts destroying
pissed off.
servers and TVs and
Destroying
cameras.
his own equipment. Just really upset.
Sparks are every fucking where.
There is live wires everywhere. Just chilling. Todd Pettengill is there.
In the background, the TVs are saying network difficulty.
Yeah, please stand
Network
by.
difficulty.
Yes,
Yeah.
bitch, you fucking did it. You started it.
Destroying his own network. Rip axe bombs Zeus from the top, and Zeus comes all the way down to the ring and falls right through the center of the ring. Rip turns to Brell and surprisingly does not give him one of these. But Brell says, "Stay away from me, you jockass," just as he backs up into the live cables and gets electrocuted like Marv from Home Alone. Rip comes down, hugs his brother before giving the Rip sign as we freeze frame, ending No Holds Barred as the No Holds Barred theme music plays. This is the most amazing. It's the most amazing song ever in the history of anything. Is this song, and that is No Holds Barred. So, yeah,
that is a
good movie.
it is on sale right now at Walmart. Hang on, guys. I
Probably
just
for
saw.
like $5.
They pay you to take it? I gotta get to Walmart.
We got it for free. There was no way we were renting this one.
It's in the discount bin.
No Holds Barred, man. It was a good movie. It was, it's a good movie for being like, if you're like 6 or 7 or 8 or something like that. It's a good movie to see, in that era of wrestling. That's why I say if they remade it with today's wrestlers, just like verbatim, I think kids would still dig it.
Okay, if you were to remake in today's wrestlers,
We already talked about this.
Who would play the
No,
Hogan?
well, we had Brock Lesnar as Zeus for sure.
Right.
Right.
But we never said about Hogan.
So
I say Cena would be Hogan.
Yeah.
Because he's got the bald spot. He's already
got the
there,
bald
bro.
spot.
He's already
there.
We're good.
And he's a big dude. You couldn't have Reigns in there. But like Mr. Brell could be Paul Heyman. Like that'd be a great Mr. Brell.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And Samantha, just take your pick. We'll find the hairiest bush in the locker room, and there we go. We got He got Samantha.
Watch, Andy's gonna have a black eye next time we do a video. What happened? Well, I said to Harry is Bush, and apparently that belonged to Rhonda, and I mean, she found out where I live.
Oh my.
Thrash, thank you for being here. Brian, thank you for being here. Mark, thank you for being here. Thank you for letting us be on your podcast. I appreciate that. And we'll see you all next time for the Retro Rental Review.